Yes, a chilly start to the work week, but a warm-up is on the way, and
Yes.
that's exciting.
Yeah, we do have several really warm days. In fact, we could almost get close to breaking a record later this week as well. I know it's going to get pretty warm here eventually, but today it's certainly going to be on the cooler side. We're a little cool right now. This is our Chickasha camera, part of our Pike Pass SkyCam network. We're at 56 degrees. We have an east-northeast wind at 17 miles an hour and just absolutely blue skies. Temperatures in the low and mid-50s across the north. We have mid and upper 50s in central Oklahoma and lots of upper 50s and low 60s across the south with the northeast wind between about 15 to 25 miles an hour. And that wind's actually going to start to relax a little bit more as we go throughout the day today. So overall, things are going to be pretty quiet across the central and southern plains here over the next 24 hours. Now, as we get into tomorrow, eventually we will have another wave move in. In fact, it looks really unsettled this week. We have several chances of seeing some rain and storms, but there's really not one in particular day, at least this week, that we're just going to have widespread scattered showers and storms. That's certainly not the case. Not expecting a washout by any means, but as we get into tomorrow, we will have a slight chance of rain across the west, but later in the afternoon and evening, there will be a chance of some rain and storms even here across central Oklahoma. Same thing as we get into Wednesday as well. I think most of Wednesday does look dry, but some of the data is trying to bring in more storms as we get into Wednesday evening, but very isolated at best. Thursday generally looks quiet, but by Friday into Saturday, we have another couple of waves that move in that kind of look like they could bring at least a slight chance of rain and storms. But as we get into the weekend, things do look a little bit stronger. It looks like we're going to have a stronger wave move in sometime between Saturday and Sunday. Right now, this particular model is certainly showing that that should happen on Sunday. Either way, a stronger wave will eventually move through, and that would bring a higher chance of seeing some rain and storms that could potentially become strong to severe. And then after that, temperatures start to drop off a little bit. It still looks mild, but after expecting highs in the 80s for a lot of this week with 60s returning, it's certainly going to be a little bit cooler comparative. So looking at today, 64 degrees in Oklahoma City, the low to mid 60s across north, upper 60s to around 70 across the south. And then overnight tonight, a few clouds move in, temperatures drop down into the lower 40s, could still drop to the upper 30s across the northwest and some low 40s, even some low 50s across the far south. Tomorrow morning, there's a slight to moderate chance of some isolated showers and storms in far northwest Oklahoma. And then during the day tomorrow, that one's going to be back out of the south and southeast. It's going to be a lot more windy. Temperatures climb into the upper 60s this time around, pretty much statewide, mid and upper 60s. But by tomorrow afternoon and evening, there's at least going to be a moderate chance of rain and storms across central, southwest, and northeast Oklahoma. But the farther east and north you go, it does look like those storm chances should start to pick up a little bit more, especially later tomorrow evening. With that being said, they should get a little bit more instability. It's going to be a little bit stronger. Some of those storms could become severe really in the eastern half of the state. And then tomorrow night into Wednesday morning, the rain and storms will start to really wind down across western and central Oklahoma, but the chances still remain pretty high across the far east. On Wednesday, it looks pretty hot, actually. High of about 89 degrees in Oklahoma City, but we could actually get in the low to even upper 90s across the far southwest, looking for highs to be in the mid and upper 80s across the north. Wednesday afternoon, generally those rain chances do look pretty low, but as we get later into the afternoon and evening, those chances start to go up a little bit more, especially for parts of central Oklahoma. At least some of the data is bringing in some showers and storms that could become severe with up to golf ball size hail, wind gusts potentially 65 to 70 even here in Oklahoma City. But overall, chances are low right now. Once we get into Thursday, still a slight chance of rain and storms, temperatures dropping off a little bit more. Friday, generally, it does look quiet. It still looks really warm, but again, those chances start to ramp back up as we get towards later on in the weekend. Right now, it looks like Sunday, we will have the highest chance of seeing some storms that could potentially become severe. But all in all, today looks nice and quiet. Over the next several days, we will have just kind of an on and off chance of rain and storms, and it certainly looks a lot warmer eventually as well.